With me here, our panel, CNN Chief Political Correspondent Dana Bash, RNC Communications Director and Chief Strategist Sean Spicer, former Democratic Governor of Michigan Jennifer Granholm, CNN political commentators Van Jones and Alice Stewart, and we're going to bring back CNN Political Director David Chalian. Governor, I'm starting with you. What's going on in Michigan? Is Hillary Clinton going to be able to pull it out? It sounds like it's really tight. Barack Obama's going there, so obviously they're nervous.
I know, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, usually Michigan is like,
spin.
it's totally great.
It's
Everybody
awesome.
on the ground
It's
is so
awesome
excited.
that the president has to be deployed to Michigan.
No, it's
I agree. It's awesome.
we love all of the attention. We really do. But here's what I would say is that a lot of what has not been covered is that Michigan has early absentee voting. And in that early absentee vote, Democrats have banked 50,000 absentee votes, meaning they're over what the Republicans have. In fact, the number of absentee votes that we are seeing right now is well over what it was in 2012 for Democrats. So we're feeling good about that bank. And we also know that, Election Day is going to be key. So I would say one other thing that I think it's important to realize. Michigan's demographics are very interesting because you do have a large Arab American population and you do have a significant Latino population as well. So when you combine African American, Latino, Arab American and women and millennials, the millennial vote for even in early is up. We're encouraged.
Well, Sean,
I wouldn't want to put my money in that bank.
Well, let me ask you, what's going on here?
Right now, man. Right now.
Governor, since 1988, a Republican hasn't carried Michigan. The idea that you're deploying the President of the United States 48 hours from an election to go to Michigan says that blue wall has cracked big time. Iowa hasn't been carried, was carried twice by Obama, 7-point lead according to the Des Moines Register. But state
Trump
after state.
Trump is not ahead in Michigan. Trump has not been ahead in Michigan.
Why then you're wasting the
poll.
President of the United States' time then? Tell him to go somewhere else.
Dana, why is the president going to Michigan?
Because
Maybe
Democrats in Michigan who are not on television when they don't have to be, with all due respect, to be very positive are saying, and I've talked to some yesterday, that they're very worried. Because it is narrow and they don't want to take any chances.
Well, that's for sure. You don't want to take any chances.
Speaking of awesome, to the governor's point, what's really awesome is 2 weeks ago, Hillary Clinton was leading in Michigan by 13 points. Slowly, it's gone from 8 to 6 to 5. Now she's only 4 points ahead in a state where Democrats have won that since 1988. And speaking of on the air, Hillary's putting $2 million on the air in Michigan. That, in addition to President Obama being there, they're worried.
What's going on?
Beds are damp.
People are wetting their beds. You're saying Democrats are wetting their beds.
In general.
But that's a 4-point lead. That's within the margin of error. That's scary for Democrats.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you why. There is a crack in the blue wall, and it has to do with trade. This is the ghost of Bernie Sanders.
Yep.
There is a discontent with some Democratic voters over trade, and some blame Hillary Clinton, and so you've got to go back there and shore back up. But here's the reality. There is a clear case to be made, and is being made by Democrats to stay home, come here. Listen, you don't like where the bus is going, you don't let a drunk guy drive the bus to solve the problem. But listen, there's no point pretending that there's not some concern here.
And David, let me just say, it makes sense that if there is concern that white working class voters who are supporting Trump overwhelmingly in Iowa and Ohio, 2 states where Donald Trump is favored, are really surging and really showing him strong support, why wouldn't they show up in Michigan?
That's right. And I also think this speaks, and Sean probably can speak more to this than anybody else at the table here, but to the power of big data right now. Because what is happening is, and this is both sides, right? I mean, Robbie Mook said Michigan is tightening. He sees it.
Robbie Mook, the Clinton campaign
manager. The Republicans have absolutely, on the Trump data side, also seen Michigan as a target closing at the end. And what you can do when you have all of this data coming in, make these last-minute decisions. That's why in the final week, Bill Clinton twice, Hillary Clinton twice, Barack Obama once. That kind of firepower would not be sent to Michigan unless everybody was seeing something.
There's no question that the polls have been tightening. I don't want to be, completely Pollyanna about it. But I would say, to your point, Van, in that very poll that you described where she's 4 points up, she gets better marks on trade than he does by 4 points because people have seen what she has said. Bernie Sanders has been there campaigning for her, and she really has been very clear about wanting to renegotiate NAFTA.